Hey guys, just doing a little update on a new indicator that I just published, the 30-minute ORB stealth 5-tier. So, I don't really make EMA crossovers. Really, what this does is it calculates the energy of the day and puts you in the best trade. So you can see on the 5-minute, yeah, it gets you in a breakout, which gets trapped. And even look at this 5-minute, gets trapped right at the orb. So what you can do is break it down to the 3-minute. So it kind of helps a little bit. So your breaks, or even two, I think 1 minute gets a little. That's maybe let me see. It's a little crazy. So that's the good and bad of going down in time frames. I think 3 is kind of like the sweet spot because you don't really just want to go long at the orb, right? Because you'll lose, break even per se, and then finally a big win. So it's kind of like pick your poison to some degree. Um, but you can say, well, okay, so orb traders typically will only trade on a close after the orb. So as an orb GAN trader, though, if you throw on, oops, wrong one. If you throw on the GAN, it does give you 8-8 level right here. But even still, on the 3-minute, let's just pretend like you went long here, uh, got stopped out, and then you went back long right here. Even that's the thing. Look at this. So 3-4, and it came back down to 3-6-6. So you might. This is a pretty mean candle. So, but this is a great. I mean, either way. So it might have been 2 stop out. I mean, right, just depending on how you're doing this. Ideally, though, you just have the one loss, and then you have your trade from this orb up to maybe a double top or taking your profits along the way, however you like to do it. If you're using GAN, you'll see that it paused right at an 8-8. So you'd know that, of course, it can break through just when you see a double top at the 8-8. Of course, then it drops right back down to the orb. It's crazy, right? So anyway, and then end of the day chop. So kind of like I mentioned, a lot of times you get that big energy burst. This kind of actually happened later in the day because this technically broke at 10:51, but really the big move happened at 11:30. Well, yeah, 11:30, and I wouldn't know if I'd even call that a big move. It just basically went from GAN to GAN. So it's interesting how you can play this. So a lot of times when we all know this, it's inside the orb. It's coiled, right? And then when it breaks out, it's an extension, right? So you can play however you want to play it, but typically you're gonna make a play when the market breaks up. You can catch the trap trades. It's more or less to kind of guard you. So if you are long and you see, like, well, by that time you'd probably stop that anyway. Um, I wouldn't necessarily take trap trades unless you're just really good at what you're doing. It's better to play the energy of like it's pushing up. Anyway, right? We all know this. A lot of ways to trade, but it's better to go with the trend. So that's the way I look at it. So yeah, cool to have this indicator out, and I'll be adding all my members to it. So anyway, again, happy Monday, and we'll see you guys in the markets.